What if the music mogul you thought you knew was hiding a darker side, one so explosive it's now shaking Hollywood to its core? The Diddy trial, once just about Cassie's chilling allegations, has spiraled into a wildfire of leaked audio, insider testimonies, and names you'd never expect, like Will Smith and Meek Mill caught in the crosshairs. This isn't just gossip. It's a federal case ripping the veil off secrets that might change how you see fame forever. Before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video to keep up with every jaw-dropping update. The trial started with Cassie's claims: abuse, control, and those infamous freak-off parties that sounded like wild rumors. But a few weeks ago, everything changed. A grainy hotel lobby video surfaced, showing Diddy in a moment that raised eyebrows. No sound, just visuals, and most thought that was the peak. Then came whispers of audio. A raw, explicit recordings played in court that left jaws on the floor. These weren't random chats. Sources say they captured moments so graphic, they froze the room. And the names tied to these tapes? Not just Diddy, but A-listers who've dodged scrutiny for years. What's on those tapes that's got everyone talking, and why hasn't a single second leaked? Stick around, because this story only gets wilder. When the prosecution played those alleged audio clips, the courtroom went dead silent. Insiders described them as undeniably graphic, moments that painted a vivid, unsettling picture. One source claimed the tapes featured Diddy alongside Will Smith and Meek Mill in situations that nobody expected. We're not talking vague rumors here. These are reportedly detailed, explicit exchanges that shifted the entire case. Journalists were barred from recording, phones were locked down, and the few who heard it left shaken. One person called it the kind of thing that makes you question everything. But that wasn't the only bombshell. Right after the playback, the prosecution dropped another surprise: a list of new witnesses ready to spill secrets. Who were they, and what did they see? These witnesses aren't random fame seekers. They're people who lived in Diddy's orbit. Dawn Richard, from Diddy's former girl group Danity Kane, took the stand and didn't hold back. She backed Cassie's claims, describing a moment in 2009 when Diddy allegedly lashed out at Cassie over something as trivial as food prep. The next day, he reportedly cornered Dawn and her bandmate, warning them to stay quiet. What you saw was passion, he allegedly said, adding a chilling, "People who talk end up missing."
One thing Dawn said is after she saw Diddy beat Cassie, the next day
he came in the room
and threatened her.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Dawn is testifying that exactly what she talked about in her civil suit, in addition to some other things, that they were in a house in LA in 2009. Diddy beat Cassie because Cassie wasn't finished allegedly making his food on time, and the next day he came in the room to talk to her and her band member, and he basically told them, allegedly that he told them, "Don't say anything. What y'all saw up there was passion, and when people say stuff about things like this about me, they end up missing."
Dawn's face as she left the courthouse, drained, swarmed by cameras, told a story of its own. Other witnesses, from ex-bad boy artists to former staff, are now stepping up, claiming they saw things at Diddy's mansions and tours that they've kept buried for years. But if the inner circle is talking, what about Diddy's own family? Picture this: Diddy's daughter, usually poised and confident, walking out of the courtroom like a ghost. No words, no glance at the paparazzi, just a blank stare that screamed devastation.
Great. How can you bother today? Congratulations at NYU, Chef. Give us a little space. Give us a little space. Give us a little space. Golden Nation. Nice long, just smiling.
Sources say her reaction came right after hearing those audio clips, hinting at something so disturbing it rattled even those closest to him. This isn't just about legal trouble anymore. It's about a family legacy crumbling under the weight of secrets. Diddy's empire, built on music, fashion, and swagger, is teetering. And the ripple effects? They're hitting names you'd never expect. One, in particular, has the internet in a chokehold: Will Smith. How did the Fresh Prince end up in this mess? Will Smith's name didn't just slip into this case, it crashed in. When insiders linked him to those courtroom tapes, social media exploded. Old clips of Will and Diddy laughing at parties, hugging at award shows, suddenly looked different. Then came Brother Bilal, Will's former assistant, with claims that sent shockwaves. He says he caught Will and actor Dwayne Martin in a compromising moment, describing it in graphic detail that's too wild to ignore. Will fired back, saying, "I ain't nowhere near that man. I did none of that shit." But the denial only made things worse. Fans flooded X with receipts. Photos, videos, even a resurfaced interview where comedian Lou Anel jokingly said Will and Diddy were clapping cheeks. What once seemed like harmless banter now feels like a puzzle piece. And just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, Meek Mill's name popped up. Meek Mill didn't just get mentioned, he got dragged into the spotlight. His name reportedly surfaced in those same audio tapes, and his reaction? Pure chaos. His ex-feed turned into a frenzy of defensive posts, shouting, "I'm not fruity, stop playing with me." But the more he tweeted, the more the internet doubled down. Old clips resurfaced, like one where Diddy calls Meek daddy at a birthday bash, surrounded by shirtless guys by a pool. Another video with billionaire Michael Rubin shows Meek acting awkward, almost like he's hiding something. Fans turned daddy into a meme that won't quit, and every tough guy post-Meek drops gets buried under screenshots of him and Diddy looking cozy. But here's the real question. If these tapes are so explosive, why haven't we heard them? The silence around these audio tapes is deafening. In an age where leaks are as common as sunrise, not a single clip has hit the internet. No shaky phone recording, no blurry courtroom sketch, nothing. Insiders whisper the tapes capture moments so raw they could ruin careers beyond Diddy's. One unconfirmed rumor even claimed the clip caught Diddy laughing while someone was assaulted. Why the lockdown? Some say it's to protect those involved. Others argue it's because the tapes name too many powerful people. In a system that's supposed to be transparent, this secrecy feels deliberate. Is someone pulling strings to keep this buried? The lack of leaks only fuels the fire, making fans and sleuths dig harder for answers. And if those tapes ever surface, they might not just shake Diddy's world. They could unravel Hollywood itself. This trial stopped being about Diddy and Cassie long ago. It's now a window into a hidden world of power, secrets, and broken trust. Diddy's untouchable image, bad boy mogul, party king, cultural icon, is cracking in real time. Will Smith's carefully polished reputation is hanging by a thread, and Meek Mill's frantic denials aren't helping his case. Donna Richard and other insiders are finally speaking, painting a picture of a man who allegedly ruled with fear. But the real mystery lingers. Who else is on those tapes? And why are they still locked away? This isn't just a trial. It's a reckoning that could expose a network far bigger than one man. Stay tuned, because when the truth finally breaks, it might change everything you thought you knew about fame. What do you think? Who's protecting these secrets? And what's next?